And you're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sport. It is Stormers versus Glasgow. Apologies for going live a bit late. We've been trying to sort out a couple of behind-the-scenes issues, which I'm not convinced are completely sorted, as I said, that the entire bloody stream goes down. I just want technology to work. Load shedding is absolutely decimating us here because everything goes down and it takes ages to right itself. So bear with me for a bit. We are going to try and persevere as best we can. But, yeah. The good thing is that the scoreboard and everything like that is working, and that should all happen completely automatically. So regardless of whether the TV and stuff goes down, the scoreboard will remain correct, and we shouldn't have to worry too much about that. At the DHL Stadium too, which will make things tricky for the kickers. You mentioned Elite France, for example. Trying to get some charges going so that things don't die midstream. Ah, goodness me. Life can just never be easy, can it? Well, it would be easy if we just had electricity all the time, but we don't, so it's not. But right, let's get settled in. Are we ready for kick-off? It looks like Glasgow are playing right to left, Stormers playing left to right is the chat. Let me know who you guys are supporting. Get up in the comments to get the chat going. Let me know how your week was. I had a very long week, I won't lie. I had a very long day, actually. And Glasgow get things underway, and well, that's an early mistake from the Glasgow who they kicked it straight into touch. That's probably, I don't think you can actually get a worse start than that. What do you reckon? Is that the worst possible start you could actually have? Is to just kick it straight into touch off the kickoff. So it will be a Stormer scrum. And I'm going to get you going as a backup. Their success rate has been 97% this season. Oh, would you just sort yourself out, mate? It's a horrible first touch. I mean, this could be one of the worst first minute and a half of rugby we've ever seen. I mean, it's a pretty decent scrap, and then horrendous pass from Mr. Yankees behind everybody. That's a bit. There's Marvin Uri off to Kitsoff, trying to get things going a bit here, to try and get my backup stream working so that we are always got something going. Right, Stormers trying to shift things out wide. Diamani being kind of caught up this time. First touch for Evan Lewis there. Right, now Money goes for the boot. Leon Zas and Chiro Diamani. So, yeah, it's Junior Mele's chasing. And Leon Zas has actually come away with it. More has been called, though. There's a lot of Glasgow players all over that, so this will be a turnover ball. So it's good work there by Glasgow. Another person to Africa comes to the Stormers. Right. Where are we at here? There we go. Just want to get my team lists up. And then I'll come and say hello to everybody who's jumped in. Not a massive crowd in on Stormers on the Friday night. It's just a bit of a pity. Right, Tino's saying that he reckons that Herschel and Paul DeVita are going to have good games to keep Addy Price quiet. I agree. Sandwich Cats to go for the Stormers. Team 3 load shedding. Yeah, it's just an absolute disaster, isn't it? That's a big scrum though from Stormers. That's a huge scrum from Stormers. They've got a penalty advantage as well, and they've got a penalty. There we go. Well, there we go. We wondered how the scrum battle was going to go, and Francois Herbert, the fridge, is back on the side, and immediately, yeah. I mean, how do you even begin to try and move somebody that side? I mean, it's just a little bit unnecessary, isn't it? Poor lads. But yeah, who else in here? Good evening, Grant Swartz. Hope you're well. Hoping to see a decent game here from your side this evening. Right, I think we are all working. Is my scoreboard even working, by the way? Is my time working? Yeah, we need to find a way to have a bit of a bigger timer. Kind of waiting for a way to have a bigger timer. I have an idea. Let's see if it works.
I think he's 74% success at kicking is something he'd want to improve, of course. One's got to understand too that this is a very difficult stadium to kick in. The wind swirls around inside the stadium. Overall statistic for all teams. The stadium is perhaps the lowest of all. The venues that they play at.
Yeah, it's not going to work. Okay, well, yeah, the time that they're on the field and it's by the scoreboard, so you should be able to work it out on either. Just work, please. Apparently not. Well, he slipped there, has Monty Liebach. One thing that he really needs to improve on, actually, is his goal kicking. It's something that's part of it. I mean, key part of his game that probably needs to work on a little bit in the off season, because his kicking percent. I mean, he has, I think, scored the most points. And I'm not sure if he still had, but once they had scored the most points in the URC. So it's not it's difficult to then criticize him for his kicking, but it can be a little bit erratic at times. So not being able to capitalize on that big scrum, yeah. Decent take there from RJ Smith. But turnover. Knock on is the call. I mean, my stream is absolutely horrific at the moment. Could you just sort yourself out, please? I haven't gone through this week to finally get to Friday and watch a bit of rugby and to be jittering every 5 seconds is ludicrous. We'll try and sort it out a bit at half time. Right. So, Eddie Price this time putting in a ball underneath the hooker's feet to try and make sure. Oh, and that's a knock on in the tackle. I mean, this game has barely gotten started, hasn't it? I mean, we're almost 7 minutes in. I don't think we've seen more than about 10 phases. It's been pretty scrappy, hasn't it? Right, now we've got a bit of a break play. Let's actually go through the team. So for Stormers, it's a very good front row of Stephen Kitsoff, Scarin Benny, and Francois Herbert. You got RJ Smith and Marvin Ori behind them, so a nice, decent pack weight there. Gia Pakamela is in, no Dion Free in the match 23 this weekend. Hachiba Daimani and Evan Ruiz complete that loose trio. Then Herschel Yankees back in the side, partnering Marnie Liebach, Leon Zas, Sibela Sonatla, Dame Willems to the back three. Your centre pairing for today is Rex Pretorius. Off the bench, a big name, Warwick Kalant is in the 23 jersey. Paul DeVet, Namaklaba, Ben Jason Dixon, Salman Murat, Brock Harris, Alif Mark, and JJ Kotzer will make up the rest of the Stormers' replacements. A scrum that's gone down there, it's available for Herschel Yankees to the back of the scrum there. He goes to Marnie Liebach, who decides to chase the angle. Starts to put a kick in behind, and Sibela Sonatla is chasing hard. It's taken in by Carl Steyn and offloaded to Oliver Smith, who's under a lot of pressure there, but reinforcements are arriving from Glasgow. Now Ali Price with the box kick. It is what he's so good at, especially when it comes down to game management. But it's straight down the throat of Monty Leibach. He gives it inside to Damian Willemse. Damian Willemse almost found a half gap, making a few meters there. Almost getting himself back into the 22. Go back to Monty Leibach. A couple of men out wide there. But Julian Pocamelo goes a direct route. It's a nice carry by him, though. Brought down by Sam Johnson. Just Yankee short to Stephen Kitsoff. Just short at the 22 at the moment. Now Willemse. Darmani off to Rex Victorious. Comes down just short of the 22. Odie Cable over the ball. Trying to steal it. Bit messy at the moment. The counter rack comes in. So there's two counter racks there. So Glasgow eventually with the ball. And now Ali Price uses that left boot of his. Again, doesn't find touch. Damian Willemse surveying his options. He's got a couple of options to the left. He does go towards the left. Goes himself, trying to get his hands to the tackle. He does get to go into Ben. He pops it up to Julian Pocamelo off the ground. See, but it's a Nuttler. That looked very forward. No, it's fine. Everyone now goes down the line side. Driven back. He needs a bit of support. In fact, the ball's come loose in the tackle. It goes back to Ross Thompson. Eventually, a knock on is called. And it will be a Glasgow Warriors scrum. Very, very stop-start game at the moment. Quite messy at the moment. Both sides having to try and settle in here. We haven't seen particularly good quality of rugby so far. But it is early days. It is early days. Grant Swartz, the Stormers plan to only scrum. Well, to be fair, then, if you've got a scrum like that, I can kind of back it almost. I mean, jeepers me. I mean, guys, come on. Just want a smooth stream. I have to try and sort this out at half time. This is bloody ludicrous. Anyway, how's everybody's week? How was the week that was? How is the weekend looking? What is the plans for the weekend, people? How are we feeling about everything? I've had a very long week, must admit. So I'm hoping that we're going to see some good rugby this weekend. A young Lions win tomorrow would be very much appreciated, as Carl Stein gets some treatment. No savers this weekend, and probably a good thing. So I think our Blitzbox need a bit of time to sort their selves out, because it's not looking particularly good at the moment. Right, so it will be a scrum on the far left-hand side of the park, just out the 22. It will be a Glasgow feed, so Ali Price with ball in hand. And so once again, a very big shot from the Stormers, but Glasgow doing well to get the ball out quickly. Tupolatu now, his first carry of the day, making a few meters, trying to get them outside the 22. He does that. Now Ali Price back to Oliver in the pocket. Sorry, Ross Thompson rather. Willemse fielding it. Sees a bit of space. I think it was just inside his own half, wasn't he? No, I don't know if it's 22 or if Ali Price touched it, but it will be a Stormers now inside their own, inside the 22. That's a brilliant kick from Damian Willemse. Yeah, I'm not sure if it did come with Ali Price, But the Stormers certainly aren't complaining. We go up to Marvin Ori, as you'd expect, the line specialist, but off from Pocamelo Tertiary Yankee. See, that's Nuttler coming and joining the line, hitting it at pace, well met in the tackle, and it's Rory Dodge with his first contribution at the breakdown of the day. John Dobson, actually, I think somebody mentioned in the press conference yesterday that Rory Dodge is going to be an important player for them in terms of the breakdown work he does, and immediately there, over the ball very quickly, Very difficult to move. Marvin Ory's not having a couple of chats with everybody, so is Watchalong. I mean, sorry, Scarrett DeBenny, rather. But Rory dodged over that ball very quickly, and once he's in that sort of position, Rick Pretorius and Scarrett DeBenny tried very hard to move him. I think that's where they're going to miss Dion Ferreira to a certain extent. I think, you know, the breakdown work he does is essential. What are you drinking tonight? I'm on the H2O because I have eaten and drunk terribly in the last 7 days. So I feel like I'm on. I need a cleanse here. Whether that'll last tomorrow, I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm probably just on the H2O. Got a lot of work to do tonight, so let's not get carried away. Tomorrow, however, there are 3 matches in a row. Not sure we're gonna be able to be able to 3 matches in a row. But we'll have to make that call tomorrow. Please do smash a like, by the way. We've got a poll running. Please go and vote on it. Please do smash a like. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Go short here, do Glasgow. Looks like a bit of interference at the breakdown, and it pops out towards Ali Miller. Now Ali Cable with his very natural blonde hair. Ali Price going a bit of snipe. Ball falls back towards him, trying to assess his options though. Evan Ruiz comes up and wraps him up. Does very well there. Gives it away to Carl Steyn. Making a few meters. Seems to be okay after that treatment on the ground there. Ali Price to his fly off. Oh, so that's Johnson rather. They're going out wide. Tupolatu, he's done. I don't know what he's done to Ruan Nal. Ruan Nal's in a heap over there. Better progress there from Glasgow. Ollie Cable steps inside of Marvin Ory, runs into Scarrett into Benny. Quick up the blocks there was Ruan Nal, but they have missed the tackle, slipped the tackle. And that's a really good run. Is Johnny Matthews down the blind side? He's going to go all the way. Surely not. Well, he's eventually been brought down by Damien Vinson, but all of a sudden Glasgow Warriors on the 5 meters. The ball comes loose. Ali Price gives it away to Jack Dempsey. Stevie Kitsov desperately trying to win a breakdown on the ground. Or turnover on the ground there. Ali Price back to Ali Miller. And the ball has once again comes loose. It's a knock-on advantage. Diamani throws it out wide. It's going to Benny. Now Stormers can they counter-attack. Rikus Pretorius giving it away to Marty Nebok. Marty Nebok starting to step inside. Brought down by Johnson. Pops it up to Scarrett to Benny. It's really good follow-up work by the hooker. All of a sudden, the Stormers back towards the halfway line. Not too much on, so Damien Vinson puts it to the boot. Wants to try and turn Carl Steyn, but he's well positioned. And he'll take his time now to return the favour and find touch and just slow things down. Well, a very fortunate breakdown opportunity there for the Stormers as the ball came loose, because if I think if they had recycled it a few times, I think they would have been in some serious trouble. Well, the Stormers' coaching staff are losing their head. I don't quite know what for at. Oh, look, Carl Steyn's walked off. Well, that's a big pity for the South African-born wing. He just received some treatment. Now he's back walking off the park here. Are Stormers playing Leinster? No, it's Leinster versus Sharks this week. Stormers versus Leinster next week. Stormers just need points to be guaranteed a final spot. The hooker's pace. Yeah, listen, that was a serious break. Once again, a very poor pass off the back of the line up there. And a poor pop pass up towards Natlas. So David Willemse eventually has it. Executions so far have been slightly lacking from the Stormers. Wouldn't say it's been crisp service so far. Scarrett to Benny carrying it up. Herschel Yankees under a lot of pressure at the breakdown there. Big counter coming in from Glasgow, and they have turned it over. Ollie Cable with another carry. Must be about his 4th or 5th already. And penalty advantage for not clear release against Evan Ruiz. And the ball will trickle dead from their kick, but they're going to go back for the penalty. Evan Ruiz is penalised for not releasing the player. So, well, a bit of an up and down period of play there. Decision time this year for Glasgow. And you imagine they're going to take the 3 points. I mean, it's bang in front, just behind the 10-metre line. It's a 42-metre kick. No, they're going to go for the corner. They're going to go for the corner. That's a very interesting call. I mean, right in front of the poles, that could have been easy 3 points, but they've turned it down. Give what you said in previous Sharks first stated about criticism of Leinster with leaving their big guns at home. I think when SS sides get to the Champions Cup band squads, yeah, I mean, I can understand what they've done, why they've done it. It's just unfortunate for the fans who don't get to see so many great players playing tomorrow, but it's still a good side. But you see it in like football all the time. And as soon as you start competing in several competitions, you have to try and rotate the squad. Good line win there for Glasgow. They're just inside the 22, trying to get a rolling more going. And Johnny Matthews is controlling things at the back. It was his break earlier that put them in such a good position. Now Ali Price chooses to use it. Johnson at first receiver that goes behind Tupolatu, and all of a sudden a lot of pressure on Alder Smith. The ball comes loose, but they're going to go back. I'm not quite sure for what. I think it's a penalty for offside. No, Marvin already training offside. So they'll be able to have it. I'm sure, I'd imagine they're going to kick this out. In which case, they'll be on the 5 meter. Yep. Ross Thompson deciding they're going to kick it towards the corner and have another go. Right, trying to get them all going again. It's gone right, it's gone left. It hasn't really gone forward just yet. Ali Price looking to use it. He does. Once again goes Sam Johnson, the first receiver, with well tackled there by Monty Ebok. Ali Price trying to bring in. That's a very nice little tackle. I do made that tackle. I think it's Karen Benny that made that tackle. Important intervention there. Kebble once again. Driven back by Junior Pokamela. Now Price inside ball to Xander Ferguson. Xander Ferguson still going, almost goes all the way. They're just a metre short here at Glasgow. The question is, can they recycle it? The ball is available. Rory Dodge wants it. Rory Dodge has it. Gets away from one. And in driving it, pretty much drove it into Scarlett Benny's chest. Oh, and they're over. They're over. Ali Miller is the try scorer there. Well, they decided not to take the 3 points, and it's worked out for them. It's good continuity here. I mean, there's a nice little... is that a knock-on by Ali Price? Nice little inside ball there from Xander Ferguson, who throws Darmani out the way. He's eventually brought down by Evan Ruiz, but just a metre short. Then Rory Dodge has a go. Comes up short. And that's Jack Dempsey, I apologize, not Ali Miller. Jack Dempsey that eventually goes over. Right, now Ross Thompson with his first conversion attempt of the day. Who's doing your graphics? So it's actually all automated. It's actually a data service provider that we're now using for one of our other channels that's doing it. Called Bet Radar. It's quite cool though. I'm hoping it'll add something a little bit different to the stream, and also means I don't have to physically change the scoreboard myself, which I was so used to doing. So hopefully we're a bit easier to manage. You see now Brevis batting the IPL looks so good. He makes international players look like children. Yeah, he's off to a flyer there. Sean Farrell says the B side has done well for Leinster when they've not brought their big guns. When the SA sides are in the playoffs, they will most likely see the international players. Look, I mean, Leinster's got so much depth. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be an easy game tomorrow for the Sharks at all. Stormers looking so rusty, man. Leinster going to crush them. Herschel having a mare, yeah, hasn't, and I said it in my preview. I said we need Herschel to start playing well. We need to start seeing the Herschel Yankees of old, but hasn't had a good start today. I think right now, if I'm picking on form, I'm taking Ambrose Pierre ahead of him. Right, restart there. Damien Willemse trying to find a bit of space. Now, he is someone who's suddenly looking quite good. And Herschel Yankees caught on the ball there. And it's a turnover ball for Glasgow. Rory Dodge comes away with it. Ali Price gives it to Thompson. Thompson sees a bit of space in behind. But Willemse is there. Or is it Liebach? No, Willemse is back there. He'll return the favour. That's a very nice kick. Almost after he gets touched. Doesn't mind touch, though. Right, now Tupolatu. He's going to try and find some space. Throws a long pass out wide. And it's the replacement coming inside. As Cole Forbes on for Kyle Stain. Ali Price now going inside to Jack Dempsey. Now Ali Price going to the boot, lifting high in the air. He's got a couple of willing runners, but it should be pretty straightforward for Liebach. He takes it out the air. Yankees not receiving kits off. Met one, the tackle by Richie Gray. Now Yankees coming with the box kick, but I think this is the first one of the day, actually. We don't often see him bring out the box kick. Alright, so Nuttler chasing hard, but not hard enough. So Eddie Price to get a free go there. Gives it inside to Oliver Smith. Gets away from Benny, gets away from another one, gets up to the halfway line. Poor first on tackling there for Stormers. Now the tip of the top there from Eddie Price. Now that could be a 50-22, you know. I think it is. Taken back. Oh, I think that could be harsh. I'm not quite sure they actually got into 22. But that's a brilliant, brilliant kick from Eddie Price. Yeah, I mean, just that game manager right over the top, sees the space. It's so perfectly weighted and it just pins the Stormers back to be inside the 22. Won't be their own line-out because it was deemed to be carried in. But what a kick from Eddie Price. Bulls are the only side to play the real Leinster. Hull on the former. I'm taking Pivet over Yankees. How many times they let Glasgow turn the ball over? Time, no, they aren't. They lost 3-29 to Leinster first round. Well, the Bulls did. They didn't beat them, but they did there. Just need another blooming 17 minutes so I can get to halftime and sort my stream out, which is a bit sketchy at the moment. But down to Marvin Oria, not straight. Now that's quite weird because that's the second not straight line we've seen. Scarra and Tabeni and Marvin Oria usually have quite a good relationship. Very rarely see the Stormers line out not functioning. Having said that, the last time we were live, the line also wasn't going particularly well. So I think it's actually something that's becoming a bit of a problem for them. And you'd think having somebody like Scarra and Tabeni, having a line out general like Marvin Oria that your lineouts shouldn't be an issue as a Stormers squad. You know, they've got so much experience there, so that's frustrating. All of a sudden, turnover ball. Glasgow have gone for the scrum, which is interesting considering that they've been under the cosh. But it's a very good attacking position. It's just inside the 22 on the left-hand side. Plenty of space down the right to attack, or you can go down the blind side as well. Can't wait for Joseph to be able to arrive at the Stormers. No. He must... If he's flying down, he must fly via Joburg, and as soon as he lands there, we're snapping him up and bringing him to the Lions. Oh, a bit of a... Oh, it's almost too complicated there from Glasgow, and the ball spills out, and Rick Pretorius grabs it. I think it was 2 double knock-on there, though, so it will be a Stormers ball. Lions are choking currently. Not really. I mean, if you look at the Lions' recent form, I think it's 1 loss and 4 wins in the last, 5 games. Yeah, we had a horrible January. But we actually beat quite a few teams back at home. Also, what do we expect from the Lions? To be perfectly honest, Yankees goes to Malibok. It's taken back, so he can't find it going directly into touch. That was almost the perfect kick, but it has gone straight into touch. And it suddenly means that Glasgow will have a line out inside Stormers territory. So that's not gone particularly well. But going back to the Lions, I mean, they beat Edinburgh. They hammered Ospreys. They beat Munster, which nobody saw happening. And they beat Cardiff pretty well. So, yeah, I mean, they lost 1 game and they lost 5. So it's not that bad. Nothing wrong with Scaris, Grant Swartz. Well, in terms of replacement hooker, yeah, I mean, I'd be quite happy with Scaris and Benny. However, if you had both, recent form quite good, but Sharks with them, yeah. But I mean, I never expected the Lions to compete at all this season, so I'm not surprised by the fact that they got beaten by so many teams. But what I will say is, I think the Lions were quite a nice run in. I think there are some winnable games. I mean, if they win tomorrow, they can go into the top 10, by the way. And then they've got, I think, Benton next weekend, which is also winnable. And then they've got Dragons, which I think is also winnable. So they've got 3 games left, and I think that they are all winnable. So if they can win all those 3 games, they could find themselves 7th, 8th. Never know. Anyway, Glasgow attacking now. Good line there from Sam Johnson. Ali Price with a quick ball there. It's a very good tackle on, I think it's Andy Miller there. It's going to Benny, the one thing, and he gets him, goes through as well. Very good counteract. Junior Pokameda trying to get involved, and they have turned it over. That's a really good turnover in the ground from Stormers. Now Herschel Yankees to Evan Ruiz. Hasn't had much chance to carry just yet. Makes a couple of meters there. Now Herschel Yankees to Damien Williams. Damien Williams steps inside. Smashed by Ollie Kebble. Oh, come on. Catch up. Oh, we're now a couple of seconds behind you because my blooming TV's gone down. And it's a penalty for not moving away against Tupolotto, apparently. Rumble says nothing is going well for Stormers in this game. The only thing they did well so far is the second scrum and 150-22. I don't think it actually was a 50-22. I think it was Ali Price that touched it, so I don't even think they had it 50-22. Is the top 8 to qualify for playoffs? I think so. I think it is. So I think that's the whole thing where if like the Stormers win today, they've pretty much qualified. I was trying to find it earlier actually, because I'm pretty sure it's top 8. So I mean the Lions are I mean it's very far away from the Lions because it's 13 points. The Vertical Bulls are 8, but I reckon they could find themselves 8th or 9th. They're 8 points behind Scarlets. They're 2 points behind. I reckon 10th is where the Lions will probably land up if we can have a couple of good weeks. And it's another line-out error from Scarlett. I mean, this line-out has been atrocious today. Absolutely atrocious. So it'll be a scrum here. I mean, Glasgow are not having to do much to get their hands on the ball because every single time the Stormers get a line, it's giving it back to them. Right, so the final 8 teams from the table qualify for the quarterfinal stage. Teams are ranked 1 to 8, with top 4 teams earning home games for the final 8 stage. The 2 highest ranked winners from the final 8 will play their final 4 fixtures at home. The 2 winners from the final 4 will qualify for the United Rugby Championship final with the highest ranked team hosting a game. So it's pretty straightforward, really. Yeah, so top 8, your top 4 sides are at home: 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, 4 versus 5, and then again top ranked home for semi-home final. Short Fast Connacht have been, in my opinion, the 3rd best Irish team, but they have not really kicked on from the good start they had in the league. Agreed. I was at the Cheetahs versus Western Province game. Western Province lost, but it was a hell of an experience. Good to see you guys going out to the games. Case come on Stormers. Papa Rumble says Leinster look unstoppable. What the hell, Stormers? But Glasgow have their good players back, so it ain't easy. And a penalty there for the Stormers. Rick Sartorius taking a bit of a knock there as well. It's a very good hit on Thompson. He's come like worse for wear from it. Yeah, it's a nice big hit from Rick Sartorius. He's looking a lot better. I mean, Stormers have got a lot of inside centres. When you think of Dan du Plessis, Rick Sartorius, I like Damien Williams at inside centre. But having said that, Damien Williams has looked very good at full back. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing from Damien Williams lately. I think he's starting to play with a bit more freedom and a bit more. He's a bit more comfortable. He looks a little bit more like a bit more time on the ball. He looks a bit more relaxed. Doesn't look like he's playing to prove anything anymore. It looks like he's starting to enjoy his rugby again, which is exactly what we need, because a Damian Willemse that's enjoying his rugby is a Damian Willemse that's good for the box. Scout gets line out right, take a shot. You'll be sober for the night. I can't remember the last time Stormers didn't get first try of the game. Well, they're going to go for the 3 points, yeah. My Liebach is basically bang in front, so he shouldn't have any issues here.
Well, this is very much the ignition that the Stormers need now to get onto the scoreboard. Straight in front for Liebach. He struck that well. Turned straight away. On the ball, this is very much the ignition that the Stormers need now to get onto the scoreboard.
Right, Liebach does slot it. So they've got points on the board. 3 points to 7 with 9 minutes left in the first half. 9 minutes left before Stephen gets to try and sort out a stream, which is going to be quite life-changing if we can get it right. But
Another kick this time, keeping it in the field. Here comes Rondell. Russell Jones' kick has not gone far. It's a good flick. Much better than Lucas Pretorius in that big tackle.
this has been horrendous. Right, Glasgow Warriors have got the ball here. Tubelotta hurting with speed, throwing a long pass out there inside from Forbes. Nope, not keeping the ball. I was trying to keep the ball alive, but I think his foot just had. No, it's a penalty for the Stormers. For what? Who knows? Because it's actually paused on the referee. Knock on. I'm hearing a knock on. I'm seeing a long arm. I'm not quite sure what the issue is. But anyway. Wilson the Dobson never learns. Put Willemse on 12 and bring Boogeyman on. That's what you see in the second half, though. My boy is back. Galant's ready to cook. Dobson's been a lot better of a coach lately. He used to be useless. Well, I think you have to give Dobbo a lot of credit, because I think a lot of people had written him off before the URC, and they've been the best African side. So yeah, I think he deserves a lot of credit. I mean, if you're going to criticize him for a long while, fair. But when they're doing well, you have to then give him credit where credit's due. But I reckon we will see Galant on at 15 and then Dane Vince going back into 12, which is what I like to see. Right, another line out. Can they do it? Can they get a line out in? They've done it. RJ Smith takes it, and it is a clean line out. Here comes a rolling more. It's going to Benny, controlling things at the back. As I then get told there's no input. Right, we're now 30 seconds behind. This is the frustrations. Then I'll switch to my alternative stream, which is streaming, so it's a little bit further back. So what's happening? Yes, there's already more there. There's a talk about a bit of off-the-ball stuff. RJ Smith's involved. Shock. But it was a penalty for the Stormers. Stormers coach staff not looking particularly happy. Why is Vince at 15? Why Galant returned to on the bench? Well, he's coming back from injury, is Galant. So I think it's just a case of not rushing him back. Right, another line out going. So this is looking a lot better from the Storm's point of view. Here comes a rolling more. It's going to Benny, controlling things at the back, struggling to get able to go forward. Yeah. Now it's starting to break off. It has gone down though. No, the ball's gone. He's still going. Scarrow almost up to the 5 meters. This is good work by the Stormers. Evan Ruiz now. Turning really well in that tackle. It's a really good carry from him. And penalty advantage as well, so free roll of the dice. Hershey Yankees gives it to Marvin Ori. He's a little bit flat-footed. Now, Monty Debok, what can he Williams deciding to go back down. He has to run around Monty Debok, and my flipping TV's gone down again. Come on. Well, Rick Pretorius is over. I mean, I'd love to tell you exactly how it happened, but we can't have nice things here. Rick Pretorius is over. There seems to be a question about a forward pass. So David Williams was cutting back here. Didn't see too much. Was trying to find some space. That's a really good offload. Fantastic line there run by Rick Pretorius. But David Williams, he's drifting aside. He then sees a bit of space. Decides to hit the players. Gets in between two players. Perfect offload of Rick Pretorius, who runs the perfect line. Straight through the middle of the defence. Underneath the poles. That's really, really well played there by Stormers. And Monty Debok pops it over, and the Stormers have the lead for the first time in the game. Well, they had the lead before the kick, but yes. So 10 points to 7 with 5 minutes to go. That's a little bit better from the Stormers. Again, it's David Williams who's just trying to find space, and then communication. Rick Pretorius sees the space. David Williams runs towards it, gets his hands to the tackle, takes out 2 men, and Rick Pretorius runs the perfect cut-out line. And that's what I like about David Williams. That's what I'm saying. He just looks like he's playing with a lot more freedom. You know, they're just jogging around trying to find the space, and then bang, sees it, makes it happen. Right, the restart from Thompson. This stays in field. So Nuttler, under a bit of pressure there, takes it out there well. Good chase there from Cole Forbes. Now Evan Ruiz. Another decent carry from him. Getting up towards the 22. Now Monty Debok. Stormers looking to run inside the 22. Gives it inside David Williams. So David Williams has got the pace. He's got the pace. Gets away from Rick Pretorius. Pretorius got Hershey Yankees on the inside. But he can't find it. No, he's still there. Nice going to Benny. Pops off to Ruin. No, he needs to with a bit of... Oh, that's a fantastic handoff. Sit down, Ali Price. Quick ball needed. Just going to Benny's there. We can. Oh, I don't know if he's knocked it on. He can do it all. Let's go into Benny. Now David Williams. Not too much online. Throws a bit of an NFL pass up there. Junior Pocket Miller decides, fine, no one's running. I'll run, gives it away to Sabella Sinatla. Sinatla inside. Sinatla gives it to Hershey Yankees. Hershey Yankees is just short. Can't get it down. Can the Stormers recycle it? Sabella Sinatla does recycle it. Steven Kitsoff is brought down. End-to-end stuff. Yeah, that was brilliant, brilliant play there for the Stormers. Mal Herbert's going to pick and go. Now Hershey Yankees. There's so much space out. Oh, no, they've... Well, it's a penalty. How have they butchered that? How have they butchered that? Monty Debok, what have you done? It actually jittered as it happened, so I'm not entirely... So the penalty for offside. They were right in front of the poles. They're going to take a scrum here. It's a penalty right in front of the poles. Still waiting to see the replay of what exactly happened here. Now shot called. They're going to hit the 3 points. I think having a look at foul play here, if I can hear what the ref... no, time on. Monty Debok's got 24 seconds left, but yeah, with it running right in front, I don't think he'll struggle. And he pops it over, right? Stormers 13 points to 7. They deserve more from that. That's brilliant counter-attacking. David Williams is playing. That's what I'm saying. Get Warwick Calanto on the field and they can play it together, which is harsh because Rick Pretorius just scored the try. But just... And credit where credit is due. This is the type of rugby that John Dobson wants to play. All the teams he has coached play a very nice brand of rugby. So it hasn't always been pretty under him at Western Province Stormers, but it's starting to click together now, and they are playing a nice brand of rugby, which is really good to see. In fact, most South African sides are. I think Sharks arguably are playing, in many ways, the least attractive rugby. Because even the Bulls are throwing the ball around. The Lions are also throwing the ball around, which sometimes is what they shouldn't be doing. But anyway. Damian Vincent from the restart. Plenty of time. Right, counter-attack coming here from Glasgow. The Hooter is just about to start going. Ollie Campbell with about his 10th carry of the day, but Glasgow are still well inside their own half. Ali Price going to go for the box kick, which is a bit of a strange move, because if I'm Stormers, I'm sure the first thing you're going to do is just, he decides to kick it out. Ali Price takes things into his own hands and says, nope, we'll go and have a couple of oranges at half-time. Right, well, there we go. Half-time over here at the Cape Town Stadium, and the Stormers lead Glasgow Warriors 13 points to 7. I'm going to take a short break, and then we'll be back, so don't go away. And, please do smash like on the video. If you are new, please do subscribe. I'm desperately trying to break the 11,000 mark, because we've been sitting at 10,400 for months and months and months and months. So let's see if we can try and break it. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a few. And we're back. Right. Let's try this again, shall we? I've hopefully sorted out the issue. So, from here on out, we're going to have a 40 minutes, no interruption whatsoever. The machine's going to work the entire time. Okay. They even found some decent biscuits. Right, and my Lee gets us back underway. First touch there for Richie Gray of the house while taken up the air. So, Storm's currently leading 13 points to 7. The boogeyman's on, boys. Dave Warwick is back. And Dave Williams is still on, as is Marnie Liebach. I think they're taking Rick Victorious off, which seems a bit harsh, doesn't it? Right. So Pretorius has made way, so Dave Venice is at 12. Glasgow Warriors with the penalty have kicked towards the corner. Yeah, I really enjoy seeing Dave Venice at 12. I was calling him at 12 the entire box season last year. I just think it's exactly the mold of giving him enough playmaking ability. He likes to carry the ball. There we go. Oh, no, it's a penalty. I was about to say, I thought that Glasgow Warriors had put a line out and skew, but not. Penalty there. Another penalty against Marvin Ori, by the way. He's been penalized quite a lot tonight. He needs to try and work on that. Where are we at? Even if Storm's win by 1 point, I'll take it all day. Let's hope for good games. Leinster fan all our ones competitive, not blowouts. Glasgow surely a stronger outfit, but comes Stormers turn on the style in the second half. I'd say they're pretty even, actually. Storm's got a decent squad. I mean, despite all the departures, you're still looking at World Cup winners in Gelant, Willems, Hershey Yankees, Vance Malherbe, Steven Kitsoff, Marvin Norris, part of the Springbok squad. So there's still a lot of quality in this. That's a massive counter shot from that maul there. Glasgow Warriors just trying to sort of direct things, but RJ Smith's got his hands all over that ball. It's really, really well defended. And turnover ball. That is brilliantly defended by Storm. Only biscuits to ever eat some more. Yo, I haven't done eat some more in ages. I need to get out on that, actually. This looks like the Marvin Ori that played for the Lions. Well, we're not taking him back if it is. You know, we gave him to you, and all of a sudden he starts playing like a rugby player. It was actually quite upsetting, to be honest. Good for him, but yeah, pretty upsetting from us.
One of the benefits for the Stormers now too. Okay, Marius, can you hear me? Thank you, mate. Okay, we've got an accusation of an eye gouge on 2 black.
Oh dear, we've got accusation on eye gouging on 2 black. So this will be by a Stormers player. Most boss says Smith and Ori being awesome these last couple of weeks. Nothing flashes, good old grind, nothing for the cameras. Right, let's see. So we're having a look now at whether there's been eye gouging on Johnny Matthews from anyone. So RJ Smith's got his hands all over him. So the culprits would be a RJ Smith or Marvin Ori. Evan Lewis also eventually gets involved. It would have to be Marvin Ori given where his hands are.
So that question will come from the players, player and medical staff, do you think? That'd be clear on the footage we have, yeah. If there's anything inside the commission, we'll deal with that afterwards.
Yeah, there's nothing you can see there, which is fair enough. And Johnny Matthews as well. No no complaints there. You can understand you can't see anything on the screen. If there was, I don't know. I mean, it's always difficult, isn't it? If it does happen, you can't see it because you don't want to see that kind of thing happen. But the Sergeant Commissioner will obviously have to try and find a couple of other angles and see if they can find anything there. Where are we at here, though? Sort of as you heard, Manchester signed an Irish qualified player from Bristol Bears for next season. I'm struggling to keep up with all the different signings. A couple of very big signings. That's a huge scrum from the Stormers, by the way. They're busy marching all their way until the Glasgow Warriors half. Christian Yankees gets the ball out, gives it to David Phillips. Oh, out the back of the door. Watchalong now, chipping over the top for Leland Zas to chase. And they'll go back for the penalty. But, I mean, it was so calmly done by David Phillips. So Hershey Yankees had Ali Price to get around. It wasn't the best. I mean, the pass was fine, but I read the pressure for David Phillips. Out the back door. Thank you very much to my Liebach. Tried to run it out, didn't work, so they'll go back for the penalty. Was there nothing in these? Move on, ref, nothing there. I think it was pretty well handled. They looked at it, they said they can't see anything there, moved on. It's exactly what we kind of want to see, isn't it? You don't want to see these incidents dragging on and on and on.
Good percentage of those matches have been won by the Stormers when they've led at half time. And Liebach it is with his left boot. Wasn't getting much turkey. And kicking on not just his jumpers, but his scrum half as well. And the hooker. Get it in straight. The helmets have been waiting for the Stormers.
Better line out there for the Stormers, who seem to have fixed their early issues. But a penalty against Richie Gray for an illegal sack is the call. Isn't that just the worst type of sack, eh? Nothing like an illegal sack. If you guys have seen, the press conferences are back. We're trying to work our way back into the various press conferences like that. So we will be posting the press conference from tonight. The post-match presser with John Dobson as well as the Glasgow coaching staff, whoever they send. So we'll have that up later tonight as well, which is quite cool. Hershey Yankees pretty flat to Monty Liebach. He gives it to Damien Phillips, puts his head down. Makes a few good yards. Now Hershey Yankees to Monty Liebach. Inside ball for Scurry into Benny. Puts his head down, but it's very well met in the tackle by Zander Ferguson. Now to Stephen Kitsov, the Stormers captain, who rolls off the tackle of Ali Cable and Richie Gray. Then places a pick up and go from Junior Pokamela. Very nice player, Junior Pokamela. Good to see him getting some time there. Pass out to Khalan. Khalan chips it over the top, tries to go sub. There's a lot of traffic and very well read there. I think it's Matthew Oliver there who made that contribution. Was well read. Now Donald taking it up. Taken back as the call, so Thompson can't go into touch. On the full, we go straight down the throat to Monty Liebach, who goes it inside to Warwick Khalan. Right, now what can he cook up? Where's he going to go? Decides to go to the right boot. Almost too far, but it was actually kept in by Thompson, who then has created a lot of problems as Ruan Nellis has wrapped him up. But Cole Forbes has come back and helped out really well, and Ali Price is there. Gives it away to Matthew Oliver. Yeah, Thompson almost made a bit of a hash of that, but eventually the support there from Glasgow did well to try and get him out of trouble. Right, kick from the base there from Ali Price. Yeah, that's a decent clearance. Not his best. It'll land just shy of the 10 meter, but yeah, just in the circumstances, I'm sure he'll take that. Leave Richie Gray sack alone. I love it. The Stormers coach staff rely on the players, play the natural game. It's attacking from everywhere is how these players grew up playing. Yeah, well, I think that's why we're starting to see the best day in Willem. So you give them the freedom. You can't sign Monty Liebach and tell him not to run. You can't have Warwick Khalan on the park and then try to tell him, we don't want you to do this. We don't want you to try things. And I think that they're getting a nice combination. And look, I think Damien Willems, I'm sad to see that Warwick Khalan's going to go. But Damon Williams looks so comfortable at fullback. I'm interested to see if he does take. Oh, Evan Lewis has jumped onto that and he offloaded to France Malherbe. That's a double door fridge going into that tackle. Inside, oh, Damon Williams is sniping a little bit, step inside, trying to find a bit of space. And this is, whoa! Oshiak is almost not managing to hold on. Does get the offload away to Evan Lewis. Now Oshiak, Simone Libok, a lot of pace with it. Gives it to Williams, so he was a little bit flat-footed. Gives the pop-up to Hershey Yankees, gives it to Junior Pokamelo, decides to put his head down, try and straighten things a little bit. Good move from him. Evan Lewis pick up and go from the base of the ruck, a little bit lateral. Now eventually trying to get a bit of momentum going. Hershey Yankees back to RJ Smith. Now Watchalong out to Marty Liebach. That's good play there. This is good continuity having the Stormers. Just need to be patient with it. Hershey Yankees deciding to go to the left. Goes to Steven Kitsoff. Oh, and the pop just flies away off RJ Smith. But now Damon Williams is just chilling around there. Tries to put it to the boot. Ball pops out towards Sibela Sanatla. This is very messy. Sanatla eventually brought down. Ball is there to be recycled. Hershey Yankees is there. Gives it to Scarra and Benny. He pretty much just takes a knee. Oh, I think he's. I'm not sure that Scarra and Benny's foot is facing the right direction, by the way. I think it looks pretty horrible. Tupolotu has kicked this downfield. Scarra and Benny's changed, has stayed down. He doesn't look happy at all. And I don't know, I just saw a weird angle of his foot, and I hope it's not what I thought it was. Oh, Ruan Niles put in a very average-looking kick, which will fine touch, I suppose, actually. Probably a good idea just to bring this bastard player down to an end. Okay, I don't think it's as bad as I initially thought. There we go, Breeder Orchard, the latest mention to the Premier Sports Members Club. Thank you so much. Really, really do appreciate that. Trying to see as he runs, he loses footing. Okay, no, it wasn't. At first, I thought it was his foot was facing the wrong direction, but I think he'll be alright. Richie Graysack is leaving the field. New subscriber, yeah, I like the graphic on the right of the screen. Insightful. Thank you, yeah. I was interested to see what people's thoughts are, whether they like the match track on the right-hand side. Because everybody always kept asking where are things happening and stuff like that. So this is a way we thought we'd try and nullify that and show you guys exactly what's happening where. So JJ Kotzer will take to the park. Much better service from Hershey. Yeah, I was about to say that actually Hershey Yankees looked a bit better this half. But yeah, thank you again for joining the members club. We really do appreciate everybody that can join the members club. It's every small bit helps, especially when it comes to load shedding. We are trying to get an inverter so that we can stay on when the lights go off. And these things are very expensive. I mean, I can't believe that it's 2022 and we're literally having to invest in alternative power sources because, yeah, we just don't have power. I mean, it's very frustrating. But yeah, we'll make sure that we have contingencies one way or another when it comes to international rugby season, which is getting quite close, by the way. I mean, we really are into the business end of the URC. We've got another 3 weeks of group games, and then as we head into May, we're into playoffs, which is going to be quite exciting. He's been sacked. Oh, goodness, now we're on the pun train. How are the Lions doing in the Currie Cup? About as well as Man United are doing, actually. Yeah, it's been fun. I wrote that Currie Cup off a long time ago. I just want to see the youngsters play, like James Malense and Henke van Wyk. Match track is excellent, good to see. Not your everyday culture says they should put on Devet to bring on so much more pace to the game. Right, Ali Price, chip over the top. That's a beautifully way to kick if it bounces nice for Triple Otto. Inside ball to Sam Johnson. And he asked for the kick pass. But Leon Zas had the pace. Oh my goodness, that's a huge hit from Cole Falls. I was on Cole Falls, but he's managed to bring him down. Stormers all of a sudden inside their own 10-22. Hershey Yankees gives it to RJ Smith. It's a good tackle on him as well. And a penalty against Stormers. Tupolotto being warned by for his language. I mean, he just got cussed like a schoolboy, didn't he? I'd love to listen. I'd love to hear what he said, actually. He couldn't have been... Was it that bad? I mean, you use language like that, you're going to go off. Imagine being yellow carded for language. Ricardo says the vet has improved a lot. Thanks again for the chance, Steve. You should take your capsule. Sheila should be in the URC. Lions are play a relegation match after this year. I disagree. For everyone to say that the Lions don't deserve to be in the URC, first of all, they're not even like last in the URC. Second of all, last year they played the Cheetahs twice in the Currie Cup or slash Super Rugby lost slash whatever competition it was, and beat them quite comfortably twice. So don't come here with the Cheetahs are all that when they're playing against all these B teams in the Currie Cup and doing all right. This Lions side with not a single Springbok, with not a single international player, being Edinburgh side with all their international stars, beat Munster. They've won 6 games. It hasn't been their best season, but it's not that bad. If they win tomorrow, if they win the next 2 games, they've got more than a 50% win rate. And I'll take that. That's their first time playing this competition, so just relax on the Lions here, lads. We'll get there. We'll get there. Also, it's very difficult to tune the Lions when all other users just poaching our players. We just left our players alone, we'd be fine. Anyway, Galant from inside his own half goes to the right boot. That's a big kick. It's taken back as the call. So I don't know if he knows this, but he can't go into touch. Obviously, did hear the call because he doesn't go into touch. It goes down the throat of Galant. Galant gives it to Diamani. Oh, there's so much space down the right. Diamani's got so much pace as well. Gives it inside to Hershey-Yankees. Hershey-Yankees going to go all the way. He has a knack, doesn't he? He has a knack. Doesn't matter what he's playing like. Doesn't matter what the form is. Hershey-Yankees just has a knack of scoring tries. And he's done it again. He's done it again. I mean, it's Warwick Galant who saw the space, but Diamani's got so much pace. Then he just offloads inside to Hershey-Yankees who finishes it off nicely. Carter Best said 48-36 West Palms versus Cheetahs, and West Palms have lost every match against Cheetahs this year. I said they should play a promotion relegation match. Cheetahs ended 4th in the Pro 14 log. Yeah, but I mean, the Lions finished runner-up in Super Rugby 3 years in a row in a similar sort of time frame. So to then relegate them when they've been the former South African side before COVID, over the last 5 years, the Lions were the best South African side. So the Lions definitely should be in the URC. They deserve to be there if they've beaten Munster. Exactly. How about the Cats again? No, we're not doing that. Stop eating while broadcasting the match. I didn't realize this was eating. I mean, it's water. I'm not exactly chewing through it. Unless you are 30 minutes back, in which case, best even for having a biscuit on stream. Cheetahs now have 3 box and 2 other international squad. I'm talking about what's fair. Lions got catapulted to URC with no merit. What do you mean no merit? Over the last 5 years of Super Rugby, the Lions were the best South African side. That's a fact. That's not an opinion, by the way. That's a fact. So, don't come here with no merit. Like, come now. Did you start watching rugby after COVID? That's a pretty good kick-off there from Glasgow. They've retained possession and a penalty against the Stormers, though. So, things are starting to go well for the Stormers. Great Yankee show, all the haters. You would think you were like having quite all the cap in social media. Sean Faust, the only way a promotion relegation match would be as if B division was created. Agreed. Let's go. Client spotting space is just brilliant. Cats should never exist again. No, I didn't enjoy the Cats. We'll stick to our own guns. Lions should load in the Cheetah Springbok players for the URC. I 100% agree. And also the Cheetah Springbok players, they've got one. It's France Steyn, really. Roscoe Speckman was a greater squad member, but he's not. I don't even think he got capped. Ricardo Best says this game is an over. COVID's been here for over 2 years, but he stopped living the past. That isn't the past with that logic, and you can say she's won this in the 10 years ago. No, you're being stupid, dude. You're honestly being dumb. Come now. I mean, during 2020, that's a fantastic line being run by Damian Williams. It was well read in the end, but it was a fantastic line. There's not too much options there, but to give it away to Ruan Null. This is good work by the Stormers. Hershey-Yankees, nice flat. Oh, that's a good pass by Galant. Oh, and the offload from Diamani. Oh! That was really nice to watch. That was... Wow. That pass from Galant, and even the one-handed pass there from Diamani, that is childish rugby, by the way. Childish. I mean, it looked like absolutely nothing was on, and the way that Galant just turns in that tackle, I mean, right now, there's literally, I mean, look, Galant's calling, because you can see the overlap. He goes into 2, bang, out the back door, one-time pass there from Diamani. That's childish. That is childish. Oh, I mean, that pass there, take out two players, create that overlap is... I mean, it's a good pass by Darmani as well. Nice drawing pass. But it's just created by Khalant, who takes it on the turn, by the way. So, two players rush up to try and hit him, and he just pops it out. Ah, dear, we're going to miss him, aren't you? Stormers fans, what are you going to do without him, eh? What are you doing without him? That's all I want to know. Roscoe's going to Stormers with the Blomikeys. Yeah, Blomikeys, I think Blomikeys should go to the Lions. Actually, no, we've got Q and Horn, we're fine. I enjoy support this Lion team, though. Just had to give you some cuck. Yeah, it's fine. This dude trolling hard. Yeah, I'm not going to give into it. If you genuinely think that, then you just haven't watched rugby over the last couple 5 years. That try was special. Boogeyman Thoroughbred Racehorse. Yeah, no look past there from Diamani. Just Diamani finally looks like he's found a home in Cape Town. Well, I mean, he's got the blonde highlights, so he's fitting in down there.
The question that many Europeans will be asking, they have the talent to do it. They've got no points yet in the second half.
25 points to 7. 3 tries. 1 more for the bonus point as Roy Dash takes into contact. Right. Can Glasgow find their way back into this game? Oh, my living. As I said, Ross Thompson has just spilt it. Khalant leaving makes me depressed. Life starts. Uses my error. Oh, Glasgow have not shown up. Try beating them in Glasgow then. Women going to France, not confirmed yet, but it's me. They'll take the Euros every day. Well, I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed that he's leaving. Although I don't think it's as you say, I don't think it's his destination has been confirmed. Or has he? I don't know. I thought that it was confirmed that he was leaving though. That's a good point though. I don't think it has been confirmed. It's supposed to be racing, wasn't it? It was supposed to be racing. The Cheetahs belong in the URC B League. Yeah, I think we must get that going. What you trying to say with the highlights, huh? That's a Durban thing. All these URC teams are used to away from home. All of them. I mean, it's the first time we've actually had this competition. I really don't think we should be reading too much into it. Kalanda's going to Westland too. It's already been confirmed he's been bought. Stephen Greenlight or red for Sinea's transfer to the Lions. Think it's a good move. Yeah, I'll take Nahamba. I mean, I wanted Jordan Hendrickson, but if you're not going to give us then, I wouldn't mind Nahamba. I'd like to have seen Grant Williams actually, but steady on Steve with Cape Town bashing. What are your predictions for Sharks Leinster? I think Sharks should get the job done if they pitch up, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as a lot of people are thinking it's going to be. I think that the Sharks will have to play well tomorrow to win. Sean Farrell says the S teams did not do well away from home as well, so don't make these statements. Solidarity for Ukraine. That's been 2 months ago. I don't think it's happening. Leinster brought a second string side. They'll probably lose both matches. Yeah, but I mean, Leinster's depth is unreal. So it is a second string side in inverted commas, but it's still a decent side. I mean, you've got Andrew Porter at tight head. You've got Ronan Kelleher. Still got Reece Ruddock. There's still a lot of nice players in that Leinster side. Right, what can Kalant do? Just outside the 22. He's got a bit of a run. Gets the ball away to him. I mean... Hershey Yankees! Oh, he can't get it over! He can't get it over. Yeah, I think the words he said there were fudge. I would love some fudge. I don't know what it is about Warwick Kalant, but... I mean, like, Kalante was just drifting out, then throws a pass to Liebach, who suddenly has no space ahead of him. What is it with Kalante that everything he just touches just turns to gold? I mean, even that kick, which I thought was far too far, just sort of slowed up. They're going to have a look here. I don't know what they're looking at. I mean, he didn't even begin to try and get a grounding in. So what are we looking at? We're looking on if it's a knock-on or if it's... Oh, we actually might come off the Glasgow player. Interesting. I thought Calant was confirmed to be going to race 92 as a replacement for Courtney Beale. Well, I thought that as well, except I'm now actually struggling to find confirmation. Yeah, I mean, all the articles I'm seeing is reportedly lose, set to require. So I don't think it's actually been confirmed yet. I mean, I'm sure he will go. Maybe he's waiting for the offer from the Lions before he makes the final decision. I would do that. I would definitely think of Ellis Park would be a lacquer place to go and play my rugby. Nice and dry, good running conditions. Jeepers. Well, it was a Glasgow throw after all that, and they went straight over the top. So it was a bit risky, but it's paid off for them. A couple of replacements on now for Glasgow, looking like a new front row. Dear. Well, Jamie Dobie has come on and made a bit of a hash of that in his first sort of contribution there. So Glasgow very much parked side own 22. They need to get Dobie back on his. Oh, and it's a penalty for Stormers for going straight over. Well, that was pretty horrific Glasgow exit play. Evan Lewis is a very good player, but I don't think he's got a sense of humor, hey? I mean, it happens to the guy that gives him a pat on the chest, and he like, takes complete exception about him. Like, it's just weird. I don't see him smiling too much. I think he needs to learn to smile. Well, it is miserable weather in Cape Town all the time, so it's kind of sad and being a bit bleak with life. Musa Bar says Sharks going to beat Leinster by 15 points. That's an interesting call. Look, Leinster and all these European sides don't lose players year in, year out. Holland needs to stay injury-free so the box can finally use them. Agreed. I'm just going to stop feeding his lifestyle. He keeps talking about random crap, to be honest. Holland especially should surely be the fullback for the box, please. Stormers have already turned the game around. The first 20 minutes they looked lost, not playing some amazing rugby, 100%. Can they get the bonus point try with 19 minutes left on the clock? There's Russ. Maybe he'll smile if he gets a try. Oh, no! Why did you not offload it? Oh, you've butchered that. I reckon that Stephen Kitzel was taking that gap and going all the way through there. Robert Fuller says next year our rugby factory in Bulan is going to be rather excited. It's going to get rather very excited. Yeah, I think it is just trolling. He hasn't said anything vaguely sane. Hey, Loftus tomorrow, fantastic. Enjoy it. I need to get off. I need to get to Ellis first, then need to get off to Loftus and see what's cooking up there. Grant Swartz being a troll. Yeah, 100%. Glasgow lost the plot. Yeah, they all just kind of plot. Yeah, it comes on Duncan Weir. Made him tired of SA not having Warzone. Stephen, please. Cape Town is the best city in the whole of Africa. Period. Overrated. Overrated. Brock Harris on the park for Stormers. Right, what can Glasgow cook up in the last 18 minutes? Ali Price, oh my living, oh dear, and then he's been pickpocketed there by Diamani. Ali Price has no options, eventually being Kalant's now just being silly. Oh, that'll be... I think that's actually come with a Glasgow player, by the way. I mean, Kalant's now just chipping balls into the 22 for Leon Lanzas to chase. It was almost a bit of a hot-mouth moment there from, I think it was Dobie, who tried to take it and then knocked the ball back. It will be a goal line dropout. It's a scrum, yeah, it's a knock on there. Cape Town's the best. We got the beaches and the seafood. Yeah, look, the seafood I can back. The beaches, however, your ocean's flipping cold. Like, it's this cold. You can't swim in those beaches unless you want to freeze. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. If you read between the lines, obvious lunch bar, New Zealand, Oz unions. I'm rather jealous. You can. I was there 2 weeks ago. It ain't that cold. No, it's flippin' cold. I'm sorry. Swimming in Cape Town's flippin' cold. I think each city in South Africa's got its own appeal. I mean, the best weather in the country is definitely up here. You can't even deny that. Durban in the summer is flippin' humid. Up here, it's like a winter. No rain. It's pretty cool during the day. Glasgow still trying to run it up from the 22. I mean, you'd think at 25-7 down they might have stopped doing it. Here we go. Brings out the boost. And you'll find touch halfway, just beyond the 22. Not the best clearance there from Duncan Weir. Yes, he's got no neck, does he? You have a very good prop. I'd rather swim in Durban. I don't think you have to go to the beach to swim in Durban at the moment. I mean, jeepers me, those floods are horrendous. Also got the great whites. Stan Best says Huffle weather's the best. Brock, you proved me wrong. You used to waste good ball lurking in the back line, but you stayed out scrum. You'll be a good scrum doctor. Says Musabas. Kalan's playing with the cheat codes. Yeah. Kalan's just like, you know when you just like have that guy just that's there for vibes. Kalan goes up and Rusko goes up to win that line out. My Libok, oh, that was a bit of a risky pass out to Kalant. And it will be a penalty. I mean, you don't test your mate right by Rory Dodge. Junior Pokamele, actually, who was oh, sorry, it's another clubber who's just come on. I was caught in the ball. Andrew Wallace says Job is a cuck player, spoken like someone who's never lived here. Durban, you can swim on the roads. Yeah, it's horrible down there. Ross says, because of the money now and the heavy population of the Northern Hemisphere, Val, best weather, lovely, the thin air. Can't believe Nile butchered that opportunity with so much potential, but sometimes it gets too wacky. Yeah, I think for me, my only a major issue for me is Ronaldo. He's just not particularly fast. Which I don't think you have to be fast, but it is a bit of a problem where you don't see him like hitting through gaps and leaving people behind and stuff like that. Right, the playoff predictor is sitting at 99% for the Stormers. I mean for Glasgow, and 89% for the Stormers. Oh, it's a butchered lineup of Glasgow, and Brock Harris of all people has dived upon that as if he were a young spring chicken. Forget the receding hairline. He's still years ahead of him, does Brock Harris. To be fair, he's looked old since he was about 10. Tupolatu now carrying it up after the Glasgow managed to retain possession. This is better continuity here from the Warriors. Now Price pretty flat to Rory Dodge. Well tackled by Darmani, and he's fallen right in front of Namaklaba, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to fall in front of Namaklaba because he will get all over that ball. Now spread White River, love the weather. But I was there in December, and when it gets hot, it's hot up there. Hey? In the low felt. You're mad. Thought Supersport breaking free from DSTV and offering 1,100 Rand monthly viewing. Yeah, I'd love that. That's the stuff we need in our lives. Ricardo Best says I want the bonus point because then we go third if Munster lose. Go to most for the day from here if we like. Bonus point time. Let's go with the bonus point now. Who are the Munster playing? Munster playing Ulster. It's actually tonight. It is after this game, and it'll be live on Forever Sports Live. We will be covering that game. It's basically everything bar me. Unfortunately, I've got work to do, but we'll still be covering it in its own sort of way over on Forever Sports Live, which is our secondary channel. Right, flat there from Kalan up to Sanatlat, off to, no, sorry, now this is Kalan, it was Damian Willems at first, puts the kick in behind for Leland Zast to chase. Leland Zast has got it, runs over Cole Ford, manages to get the offload away from Namaklaba, who managed to stay inside. I don't know how he managed to do that. Herschel Yankees, quick ball to Marvin Ori, so it's good continuity, he needs another quick ball here. It comes from Herschel Yankees to Monty Liebach, gives it to, I think that's Ben Jason Dixon is on the park there. Herschel Yankees to Monty Liebach, goes inside to Warwick Lunt, who's wrapped up very well. Pick up and go from I should mark there now. Herschel Yankees. Oh, Warwick Lunt. Oh, did he do that? Oh, why did you give the ball away? Ruan Nels butchered 2 tries, and he's going to get a shot to his head. But I want to go back and see how Warwick Lant did that. I don't understand how did he get how? So I mean, Ruan now taking a massive shot here. Oh dear, this could be a bit of trouble. City here. Nice place, cool golf course over the ravines. Yeah, no, 100%. I back that. I went on a golf tour in December up to Mpumalanga. We played Skukuza, played in Mbombela, played Sabi River Sun. We played Kruger Park Lodge. Salman Murat's on and his captain. I want to see this Kaland offload because I thought. Right, we're looking at a potential power play here. The man in question who could be in trouble is Josh McKay. The question is, has Ruanel dipped into it enough to get him out of a yellow card? I'm not sure. You know, it looks like shoulder to draw contact, which is going to be him in quite a lot of trouble. Yankee seems like he's playing a lot more pace. He's looked a lot better this half. I want to see this Kalan pass. I don't know how. I still don't know how he actually got it away. I think it's going to be a yellow here. I think the point of contact is on the jaw. He does dip quite a lot, though. Kalan should be called the Magician rather than the Boogeyman. I quite like the nickname, actually. Was boss, that's a red all day. We'll qualify for next year's European Super Cup or whatever it's called, and then from there, Stormers will shine. The Champions Cup is what you want to be in. I just got my goal, then my power went off. Yeah, look, it's tough out here. It's tough. Yeah, I think that's fair. It's no, there's no medicine that he's dropped a lot, but it's shoulder to head contact, which by definition is a card. So now one of you guys has chipped this out. So Stormers will have a line out to try and get the and now. We're waiting on subs or something. I don't know. Okay, so Paul DeVet's on. Herschel Yankees is departing the field. Much better second half from Herschel Yankees. That was more like the Herschel that we know. Hopefully, he can continue that kind of form because that's kind of that's the Herschel we need to see. Paul DeVet now's first contribution to Evan Ruiz. Brock Harris hitting it with speed. Knock on an advantage as well for 18 offside. Oh, it's gone. It's a very good take there from Diamani. He went through the hands of Ali Famark. Paul DeVet surveying his options, goes to Evan Ruiz, who shock and horror doesn't pass and takes it himself. Warwick Lant was a knock pass by him. I mean, Warwick Lant's just basically trying to say how many weird, unorthodox things can I do in a half and see if it can come off. And they're just coming off. Storms on fire this half. First got better the longer he was out there. I agreed. Is Murat on? Yes, he is. Salman Murat is back. Good to see. I like him. I'm a big Salman Murat fan.
Not just the chief Atlanta, but certainly have had a huge impact. The way they found space, the way they kept the defense of Glasgow guessing, and just haven't quite had the answers. Here, fellas. John Dobson. He's never happy with anything, is he? Stormers will be asking lots of money for Marcus Brock Harris, the 2 replacements. Front and forwards, along with JJ Kotzer. Testing a steady scrum. You should have space on either side. You're thinking about what do you see now? You've got liver. The open side. Lunch on the glass.
Right. Scrum. What are they going to do here? I mean, as the referees are saying, oh, a penalty for Glasgow. Well, that's huge for them. Loose head down. So it's against Brock Harris, I think, is the call. Lately, I think Herschel doesn't deserve block 9. Yeah, I mean, based on his first half, 100%, but he looked a lot better in the second half. So he can play like that more consistently, then but I just think Ambrose Pierce playing such good rugby. I'd like to see him back up there. This is with the bonus point try. Yes, it is. Murad's on the captain also, and I love that. On you come after an injury. You're also the captain. Banging. 183 watching, only 24 likes. Give Steven a like. He needs desperately. Also said brandy and biltong. Yeah, listen. I need the brandy. I need the biltong. I need all the likes. I need all the subscribers. I just need everything at the moment. It's been such a... Yo, it's been a long week. And a long day and a long weekend ahead. We've got 3 watch-alongs tomorrow, so we've been nice and busy. Anyway, 8 minutes. Can the Glasgow Warriors get back into this game? It must suck being up. Last 4 is the call there, as well as Dan Vencer was away. I think he just needs some time to grab himself. He's a lot of potential. John Dobson throwing cakes out in the coaching box. Dobbo. I'd love to have like when we get the podcast going properly. I'd love to get Dobbo on. I think that would be a really cool interview. I think he's such a relaxed guy. I think he'd be a lacquer person to have on a proper podcast. But as Musabah says, you know, let's try and pump up the likes. I mean, 34 likes for the 231 viewers. Let's see if we can get that up to 50 likes. Surely. Reset scrum there as we enter the last 7 minutes. What have you watched tonight, guys? By the way, you're watching Ulster versus Munster. There's Zebra versus Edinburgh. There's some Premiership tonight, I think. Well, no, actually, because we're doing the one game over on Freo Sports Live.
Winds down, the Stormers look very comfortable for a victory here, number 1. But the important element is that elusive fourth try. It will propel them into second place until we see the result of the Munster-Ulster game a little bit later tonight.
Right, Paul DeVest sniping going himself. Brought down, but gets the ball inside to Evan Ruiz, who's brought down by Duncan Weir. Quick ball there from Galant. Gets chicken wing pass to Darmani, who is unfortunately out. So return. Boom. Ball over the top for Glasgow, all the way back in the 22. Pretty flat ball, well taken there from Jack Daisy. Oh, that's a massive tackle on him. I think that's... I think that's his first contribution from Ben Jason Dixon. It's a huge hit. Ish, that was a big hit. And just another knock on the ground. It's becoming a bit messy in the last 10 minutes here. Sharks game's game of the weekend. Dobbo always looks like he's on the verge of sitting his wrist in the box, even when you're beating Zebra 55-7. Living in the UK, I tend to support all the SS sides. I'll actually put a link in the description for the other channel. It's Forever Sports Live. Yeah, so that's our other channel that we do a lot of live stream stuff like that on that. When I can't do like watchalong stuff like that, so there'll be live commentary for the Premiership game tonight, Bristol versus Gloucester, and then there'll be a tracker for both Edinburgh versus Zebra as well as Munster versus Ulster. So if you can't watch those games on Super Sport or anything like that, go and check out the tracker. Right, what can they do from that scrum? Damien Willemse is going around. Can he get around the outside? He's looking for somebody on the inside. There was nobody there. Pick up and still going, though, is Damien Willemse. Was he held as the call? Now he's been dragged out. Probably shouldn't have picked up and gone inside. Probably should have gone to ground. And you wonder if that's going to be the final chance there from the Stormers into the last 2.5 minutes. There are 2.5 minutes left. It is 77:28 on the clock at the moment. Yeah, please can we get after 10,500? We are 21 away from 10,500. So if 21 people right now subscribed, we would nail that 10,500. 21 people. Surely there are 21 of you guys who are not subscribed. Let's see. Let's have a test. In the next minute, everyone who hasn't subscribed, click subscribe. Let's see how high we can get up to. There was a penalty there as Glasgow kicked their way downfield. You really need a bonus point still so far behind Leinster. Yeah, look, 11k is the next big one, but we'll take 10.5 for now. Can we get up to 11k? I have big ambitions. I want to be at 20k by the end of the year. I reckon we can accelerate a lot. I mean, you did 10k last year. Why can't we do another 10k this year? There we go. There we go. You see all these little lurkers who are saying they're not subscribed. Now we're starting to creep up. 15 more and we're there. Knock on. Right. So, a minute and a half left to go. This could be the Stormers. Well, this will be the Stormers' last opportunity to try and find that bonus point try. Right, can they find their bonus point try? They've deserved it. They've deserved it. They do get it. They've played very well today, the Stormers. Played some very nice rugby. Flippin' Galant is just... Yeah. He's a special player. Special player. They're gonna miss him. They're gonna miss him. Right, we are 14 away from 10,500. Thank you very much, Sean Foster, who has subscribed. We need more people like you who have done the right thing. Do the right thing. Support a child. Feed a kid. I'm the kid, by the way, that you're feeding. Liebach to Willemse, flat to Galant on the run. Galant trying to get inside to Diamani. Diamani out on the wing there. He's handing off everyone. He's up to the 22. Paul DeVet inside to... Oh, Evan Ruiz to the gap. Evan Ruiz is over. I almost thought he had stuffed it up. I thought he had almost butchered it the way he came back inside. Oh, he's smiling as well. He's smiling as well. Good to see. Good to see. Well, there it is. There's the bonus point try on the cusp of 18 minutes. Evan Ruiz has come through. It was a fantastic line. When he cut back on the inside, I wasn't sure it was the right decision, but yeah, he's over. So, what do I know, hey? What do I know? It's a really good pass here from David Villeneuve to Watchalong on the run. Darmani managed to take out 2 players. And then a really good cut-out pass there from Paul de Beek. Good angle run. It slips the first tackle, but it's an inside step, which I probably don't think he actually needed to do. But he did it anyway and managed to get over. Yeah, I don't really care about the beef in the chat. Guys can just continue. I'm here for my subscribers. I'm here for my 13 more. So can you guys take your riffraff to the side and let's not get away from the important thing, which is those extra 13 subscribers to get us to 10,500. But what a performance from the Stormers. A lot of happy fans. Sure, Grant Swartz will be very chuffed for life. Can enjoy a whiskey or two or whatever he's on. And he slotted the kick as well. Yeah, you don't get much better than that, don't you? That's a very good performance from Stormers. Credit to them. Right, well, people, have a fantastic evening. We'll see you guys tomorrow. 2 o'clock's the first game. You've got Bulls versus Benetton, followed by Lions versus Connacht, which is the main game. And then some Sharks versus Leinster crap after that, which you will be live for as well. See you guys tomorrow. Get your beer on ice, get the snacks going, and let's have another fantastic day tomorrow. Please do keep safe as well. And we'll see you guys all in, what are we, 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Quick maths. 20, about 18 hours-ish. I don't know. We need 11 more subscribers, though, so please do subscribe on the way out, and we'll see you guys all very soon. Thank you very much, and yeah.